Hello, today I want to show you my custom Windows form border. I wanted to make it because the original Windows form border is too static for my purpose. So I decided to make a user control for really simple usage, you know. I only want to drop it over this list and use it immediately, you know, fast access. Don't want to write each time the code to customize my Windows form border. So I decided to make a user control, which is really easy to use. I will show you how. I open the toolbox and I take the test limiter. So now I only have to set the doc style to fill, so it's the same size like the underlying Windows form borderless form. Okay, let's check it out. Doc style. So now it's fill. I made additional control so that I can use the normal doc style for the controls I want to put in my client rectangle, you know, because I named it limiter panel. I have to use it. I will show you why I have to use it. If I let's take a button for example, put it in, and now let's say we change the doc style, and you will see what happened. It overrides the control box. I don't want that, so I come up with an additional control. Oh wait, my cigarette is off. I only have to take the panel, to drop it in, and now I have a property named special doc style. I use it with the value fill, and you see the doc style, the special doc style, if you set it up to fill, it's exactly the location and the right size for my client rectangle. Now I can take my button again, put it in, and now I can set it again on top. Where is it? And you see now it's on the right location. It's don't override the border or the control box. So let's check out what this control also can do. I put in a property grid so we can change the properties from the control at runtime. Now I had to set up the selected object. That would be my test limiter 1. So let's run it. So you see, I provided the same features like the original Windows form, or near exactly the same, because some of the features I don't reprogrammed. I don't like round corners. So check it out. We can move it by holding the left button on the control box. We can maximize it by double click like the original. We can open the context menu by clicking on the icon, and of course we can use the control box buttons: maximize, recover. We can also close it. Let's run it again. So it was kind hard to reprogram this option so that you resize it by holding the border, you know. But it's only support right, bottom, and the right bottom corner. Left grid sizing isn't supported because I don't think that somebody needed. So custom border. So now let's change a bit. You see, there is also a glow effect which you can disable by disable control box glow effect. You see, don't occur again, and you can easily set it on with true. What do we have? Also, we can set up the border color, red, you know, each color you want you can set up there. You can set up the size of the border. I like 3. It's, I think, the best fitting size. You can disable the border, but it seems really naked without a border, you know, so I will set it on true. You can use a 3D border, and so you can change the border style 3D with the normal values. You can also change the buttons, the control box buttons, you know, each of these 3 buttons you can change through the properties. Now we have another icon here. You can easily change the control box color. Let's give it a try. Let's take the control color. You see, you have really much options. You can set up the alignment of the control box text with the control box content alignment. Set it middle, set it to the right. You can disable the icon, or you can enable it, you know. You can also disable maximize and minimize the form by simply change the properties is maximizable and is minimizable. Is minimizable, you see the button is unvisible, and is maximizable, you also can disable this. And of course, if you double click on the control box, it won't maximize because it is disabled. You can set it on true. It's again here, and you can maximize it again. What do we have? Yeah, we can also changing the text rendering, like anti-aliasing and stuff like that. See, it's more smoother. So and we can of course changing the fore color and the font of this text. No, mention that if you change the control box font, for example the size of the font, let's say we change this font size to 12, and if your control box height is smaller than the size of your text, the text won't be drawn. So if you change the properties and the text won't shown, then you can be sure that the text is too big for the control box. I will show you an example. Set it to, let's say 12. 12 should be enough. Yeah, you see, it won't be drawn. We can do two things. We can make 12 to 10, or we can simply make the control box height plus 10, let's say 30, and now it's again here, but I think 30 is a little bit too height. I like 20. 20 seems really good to me, and we can change the font size to 10, and of course we can also change the font family. But if you want to use a font family which doesn't support string measure, there occur an exception. So be sure your selected font support string measure. Let's take I see the new font seems to be too big for the control box. Let's change that. Doesn't seem really nice, really tall. Okay, let's check it out. What we do have here. You have really plenty options, you know, very much options. You can change near everything you got here. And the original Windows form is very much static. So I decided to make this little control. I think it's really nice and sure really usable, because it's really simple. Only drag and drop from the toolbox into your borderless form, and change the dock style, and you can use it immediately. Yeah, that's it. Bye bye.